We are faced with a number of challenges in our region. However, I firmly believe that challenges also present opportunities. And we make progress primarily by pursuing these opportunities. And we do pursue them. And I am confident that our broad efforts are having a measurable impact. Of course, the most immediate threat facing us now is a threat posed by ISIL or Daesh. This barbaric organization must be defeated, and it will be defeated. We are currently in the process of executing our regional military campaign plan, and I'm pleased to report that we are making significant progress. At the outset, we said that we would need to halt ISIL's advance, and we've done that in Iraq. We said that we're going to have to regenerate and restructure Iraq's security forces to help them reestablish the border, and we are in the process of doing that right now. We said that we would have to help our partners in the region to bolster their defenses against ISIL, and we continue to help our friends in Jordan, in Lebanon, and Turkey. We said that we would have to build credible ground forces to counter ISIL in Syria and to guard against ungoverned spaces. And we'll soon begin doing that as a part of our Syria Train and Equip program. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are making progress. In fact, we're about where we said that we would be in the execution of our military campaign plan, which supports the broader whole-of-government strategy that is designed to counter ISIL. And we're having significant effects on the enemy. Since commencing our air operations in early August, just 7 months ago, we've killed more than 8,500 ISIL fighters. We've destroyed hundreds of his vehicles, along with tanks and heavy weapon systems. We've significantly degraded his capability, his ability to command and control his forces, and also his primary sources of revenue, namely his oil refineries and his crude collection points. The fact is that he can no longer do what he did at the outset, which is to seize and to hold new territory. He has assumed a defensive crouch in Iraq. And although he has greater freedom of movement in Syria, he's largely on a defensive there as well. He's begun to expand into other areas, namely North Africa, and in part because he knows that he's losing in Iraq and Syria, and he needs to find other ways to maintain his legitimacy. And going forward, we should expect to see this enemy continue to conduct limited attacks and to orchestrate horrific scenes in order to create I.O. opportunities and to distract and to intimidate. But make no mistake, ISIL is losing this fight, and I am certain that he will be defeated. Again, he will be defeated. Having said that, there's still work to be done to get to that point, and we intend to continue to execute the campaign as designed. And I say that because how we go about this is very important. If we don't first get things under control in Iraq, where there is a government that we can work with and with some reliable security forces that are available, if we don't get things right there first before expanding our efforts in Syria, then we risk making matters worse in both countries. But done the right way, in light of the limitations that exist, I believe that we can and we will be successful in our efforts to defeat ISIL. And at the same time, we can be assured continued progress in pursuit of our principal goal, which is to move this strategically important region in the direction of increased stability and security. Going forward, we will all be required to make tough choices, and we'll need to find ways to do more, or at least as much, with less in the current fiscal environment. That said, I remain concerned by the fact that capability reductions can and will impact our ability to respond to crisis, and especially in the highly volatile central region, the resulting loss of flexibility makes the U.S. and our interest increasingly vulnerable to external pressures. And so I would ask Congress to do its part to make sure that we avoid sequestration and other resourcing limitations that serve to degrade the readiness of America's military forces. Chairman Thornberry, Ranking Member Smith, members of the committee, I want to thank you once more for the strong support that you continue to show to our service members, our civilians, and their families. They are the very best in the world at what they do. They continue to demonstrate absolute selflessness and they make enormous sacrifices in support of the mission and in support of one another. I am incredibly proud of them, and I know that you are as well. So thank you again for this opportunity, and I look forward to answering your questions.